and thank you for finding me here at my YouTube channel Benidorm and Beyond. I endeavour to produce positive, informative and above all original videos on a weekly basis about Benidorm, where I have lived for over 2 decades. So if you enjoy this vlog, please consider becoming a subscriber so you'll never miss any of my brand new content as I upload it in the future. Sadly, however, today's video is not so positive and brings you news of the ongoing decline of the Playmon Fiesta apartment complex, which is situated close to the Old Town. 50 years ago, a prominent Benidorm businessman, Alfonso Puigades, who has one of the resort's main thoroughfares named after him, designed this complex as a brand new way of living. With the aim of being luxurious and avant-garde, the arrangement of buildings was christened Playmon Fiesta and can be found just behind the bullring. Designed to be a holiday town within a holiday town, its construction budget was set at 450 million pesetas. Upon its official opening in the early 1970s, 5,000 people visited the complex to have a look at this innovative new development. Complete with tennis courts and Olympic-sized swimming pool, it was to be the way forward into the future. But oh dear, where did it all go wrong? The complex consists of 7 towers named A to G, which have their own road network, all named after European countries. And of course, it's not the blocks themselves that are bad, rather that some of the people who live there are. The current social problems primarily centre around Block F, and would you believe I actually lived in Block F for the first 3 months that I lived in Benidorm. But as I was straight off the plane from Britain, I knew no different. And although my studio apartment was small, basic and very hot, it was somewhere to base myself whilst I discovered my new home, country and neighbourhood. In Block F, vandalism, crime, drugs and prostitution are now rife. And there is no security for people to feel safe from threats, although many are forced to live in this budget accommodation just to get by. Other problems include theft, dirt, illicit hookups to electricity and water supplies, including Wi-Fi networks as well, tax fraud and rent defaults, making it now quite an unsavoury area to live. Indeed, even the local Spanish consider it pretty much a no-go vicinity. Squatters, however, are the main problem, and this has been the case for many, many years. Even if the landlords are successful in evicting them, often they are back the very next day. There are entire floors full of these unlawful tenants, and there seems to be no solution, so a very frustrating status quo indeed. Only this week, in fact, in a national police drugs raid, 14 people of different nationality in blocks G and F were arrested. The block had been under police surveillance since January to collect evidence against the now disbanded group, so it was already a well-known den of iniquity. Many of the apartments were illegally occupied, and partitions had even been knocked down to set up large drugs rooms so that the addicts could consume the drugs they had bought. These premises have now been sealed off by the police. A relatively small amount of drugs were recovered due to the protection measures adopted by the traffickers, because, as always, they have a large amount of people on permanent alert to warn of a police presence, and these lookouts give notice so that the dealers can dump the drugs and flee if possible. Most shockingly was that amongst those arrested was the porter from one of the blocks, and he was detained for just this very crime of alerting criminals. It's such a shame that this area that started off with such high hopes and dreams by Señor Alfonso Puigades has ended up like this. And now, even on social media sites such as Facebook, if lovingly renovated apartments come up for sale at good prices in the most troublesome blocks, even the Spanish say thanks but no thanks, and no bargain could tempt them to buy a property here. On that note, I would say that I hope you've enjoyed this short vlog on Playmon Fiesta with me, and if you did, I would ask that you please give it a thumbs up and like it, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already done so. And of course, as Nick Ross always said at the end of his Crime Watch programme in the UK each week, please don't have nightmares and sleep well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out and about next time, but definitely not in a bar near Playmon Fiesta. Cheers!